National League Baseball, the Washington Nationals at home. Will they be able to limit the production of this power bat? Ryan Zimmerman. Welcome, 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips, John Kruk. It's a Monday afternoon, and it's Dan Herron. He's the starter. Steve, as he approaches the Cincinnati lineup, what's the key?
Well, for Dan Herron, we're going to see one of the best split-finger fastballs in the game. The key for him, locate the fastball and then throw the split off of that to get it to sink out of the zone.
Let's check out the lineup Dusty Baker's put together for this ball game. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, he's not a household name, but let me tell you something. Shin-Soo Choo is a guy who's going to be a legitimate star in this league. An unbelievably beautiful left-handed swing. To me, he's going to be a 2020 guy every year he plays.
And leading it off, Shin-Soo Choo.
For the Cincinnati Reds, center fielder, number 17, Shin-Soo Choo.
Grounder, LaRoche. Got a chance to check out the Nationals now. Let's see what their defense lines up as. And John, how about individual factors out there?
Well, athletic catchers to me have always been something I loved on a team. Kurt Suzuki is that guy. He's one of the more athletic catchers you're going to find. He can do a lot of things. He's very versatile behind the plate, and he's great at short-hopping balls from outfielders or infielders to make tags on runners coming home. Kurt Suzuki can save some runs.
Check the swing, but it's in there, 0-1. Danny Herron, right where he wanted it to be, 0-2.
Well, I tell you what, for a two-seam fastball, he had some good movement and good pop on that one. Batter swung late.
And Brandon Phillips goes down swinging.
A good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
Now Joey Votto batting with a runner on first.
Well, and in the offseason after the 2011 season, there's talk about Joey Votto potentially being shopped around. Hard to see that ever coming to fruition.
Now, Gary, they're going to have to be very careful.
There's a swing and a ball lifted high, deep down the line and right. Fantastic catch by Worth.
Now batting for the Cincinnati Reds, left fielder.
So with 2 outs in the inning, here's Ryan Ludwig. Lifetime .289 off Washington. Choo's got first. At the belt, Herron kicks and throws. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
You know, checking out the scouting report, it looks to me like he's going to come back with an 0-1 fastball right here.
And here's the pitch. Up the middle.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
Well, the way he went after that in the box, Stephen, looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
Swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. This one's going to be fielded by Span. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. And the Nationals getting ready to start this one off.
Now batting for the Washington.
We got Homer Bailey out on the mound. For Cincinnati, he'll be starting. And Steve, what's he looking at as he sees this Washington lineup?
Quality right-hander on the mound against this.
Swung on and popped way up high. That's one away. Here's the lineup for the Nationals. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, Bryce Harper has the potential to be a once-in-a-lifetime player, something that we've never seen before. The ability at such a young age to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but also hit for a high average. They say he has no holes in his swing. Let's check it out and see.
Here's Jason Worth at the plate.
It was a bit.
Ball lifted high in the air, deep down the right field line. And Bruce brings that one in. 2 away. We'll take a quick look at the Reds and how they'll be lined up on the field.
A solid defensive team right here, especially within this division. They're the best. The fewest number of errors committed of anybody in the division. And it really does separate them defensively from all the other clubs.
We've got Harper in the box. Ground ball. Cozart. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And a quick inning for Homer Bailey. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. And it'll be the Reds coming up next.
For the Cincinnati Reds.
It is warm here in Washington as we welcome you back, or if you're just tuning in. And it's Frazier batting. He's going to get us started. Second inning. Hit in the air. It goes foul. Here's the 0-1 from Herron. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And Span picks it up.
Well, they had him played perfectly right here, Gary. Great call for the dugout to shift the defense toward left.
And we've got Cozart batting.
For whatever reason, a year ago, the Nationals played very well against the National League Central. It was the one division against which they had a winning record.
At the belt, Herron kicks and throws. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike one. The high point of Washington's season may have been a hot streak they had in June and July, Steve, against the Central. They were 8-2.
You know, and that stretch includes a sweep of the world champion St. Louis Cardinals when the Cardinals were kind of falling down a little bit. The Nationals scored 25 runs over a 3-game series.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Now, Gary, he threw a two-seamer. Here's K-Cam.
Good job of keeping him guessing by changing speeds out there.
Boy, John, you saw the effect of that swing. He wasn't even in the same time zone.
But going from off speed to a heater like that is never easy, and even guys that make the big bucks have a hard time adjusting.
And we've got Hannigan here standing in. Second lifetime AB, looking to go 1 for 2 with a hit off Herron. Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
Well, now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I think he's going to utilize that changeup to try to get a swing and a miss.
And he takes a splitter in there, 0-2 now.
The pitcher's got him right where he wants him now, up ahead 0-2. He can waste a pitch if he wants to.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the side's retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Nobody on the board yet here in Washington. Out of the order due to bat next. And it's Ryan Zimmerman. He'll get things started here in the home half of the second. Bailey with the delivery. He waved at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count. Swing, shoots this one towards the gap, right center. And Bruce brings that one in.
First base, number 25, Adam LaRoche.
It's Adam LaRoche coming up now, 1 away.
Well, the Cincinnati team is built around its offense. In 2011, put a ton of runs on the board, second only to the St. Louis Cardinals. That kept them right around the 500 mark. The pitching was the question.
Headed for the hole. 2 down, and certainly for the Reds staying around 500 when you had the Brewers and Cardinals playing the way they were. John, that just wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, going forward, I think improving their starting pitching is their most pressing need. Last season, Mike Leake was the only Red starter to crack the 10-win barrier.
Good pitch from Bailey. Swung on and missed.
That's just a great pitch right there. I mean, that's the hardest pitch for a hitter to try to stay back on. That's why he was out in front of that one.
Line towards second, and he drops it. So they can't make the play. And he's on. Costly error to allow him to reach base.
Danny Espinosa.
Here's Espinosa as he sets in. Lifetime numbers 6 for 23 off the red. That one goes foul. Bailey with the delivery. Pitch out. Nothing doing though. Strike two with a swing and a miss on a fastball.
Well, Gary's a pitcher ahead in the count right now, 1-2. You can afford to waste a pitch or two to see if you can't get him to hit one of your pitches.
Oh, there he goes for second. To left center. And it's up against the wall. And he comes in to score, and they've got the 1-0 lead.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Yeah, he's better than that. Fair down.
RBI chance. Kurt Suzuki would like to make contact. And with the lead, this lineup looks as though they're ready to do some more damage. Still a ways to go, but pitching's going to catch up here.
Well, like we just saw some important production right there, guys. To get on the board at this stage of the game gives them a real chance.
A big swing on this one and a high drive deep to right. And goodbye home run. And for Washington, the runs just keep on coming. A little distance now, increasing their lead 1-3. Swing of the bat, 2 RBIs. That is a notch on the WPA chart. Let's take a look at the ground.
Well, he went up there deciding he was going to look for the first pitch and drive it. It's exactly what he did.
And then you got to believe whatever pitch he was looking for is the one he got.
A lot of hitters like to take a pitch, work the count, get into a rhythm with the pitcher. Not this guy. He got the first one and drove. Got to love the approach of the Nationals right here, Gary. They're approaching it exactly the right way.
It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball. This is, Steve, I guess, with that big fly, the inning these guys were hoping for.
Well, that's exactly right, Gary. I mean, you want to have the big inning. When you get that opportunity, put a number up on the board.
This one swung on, hit down the line and right. And that'll retire the side. Caught by Bruce. So a great inning here in the second. 3 runs come across, and they've got the lead. The Nationals lead it 3-0.
The Cincinnati Reds.
And Bailey's batting. I'm going to take a brief moment here to check out the breakdown on this pitcher's pitch types that have turned into hits today. John, Steve, your thoughts?
Well, guys, you see that two-seam fastball? That pitch has been hit 2 times so far in this one.
He makes contact, line drive. Oh, and he dropped it. So they can't make the play. That will bring Shin-Soo Choo to the plate. Take a look here. First at bat of the game. He got a single off Heron.
Now, I know he's able to get a hit off the fastball the last time, but I think you have to go right back there and challenge him again. I mean, I'm not saying you have to throw it in the same location or the same eye level, but you have to be able to go back to using your fastball. You can't shy away from it.
And it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. He's going to try for third. We'll see Brandon Phillips now.
Well, anytime you hang a slider like that over the middle of the plate, you hope, the only hope you have is that the hitter fouls it off. But not in this case. The hitter jumped all over it.
He was a strikeout victim last time. Hit up the middle. And it's in there. So Phillips knocks in that run. Oh, he's going to stay right there at third base. I thought he wanted to try and score a run.
Joey Votto.
Well, not many hitters have a lot of success with that pitch down and away, and this guy is absolutely no exception to the rule, but he dropped the head of the bat on it, didn't do too much, and drove that ball for a base hit.
Time's going to be called here. They want to go out and talk things over on the hill.
That's going to be a conference time, Gary. They might not take him out here, but it's pretty likely they're going to make a change soon. They may be stalling for time.
Bases are loaded and nobody out. Votto gets set. Here's the pitch. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. Worth to field this one. One down. Runners on the move. One run is in.
Well, at the end of the year, we're going to be talking about the numbers this guy puts up, and it's because in these sorts of situations, he finds a way to get the job done.
One away. Here's Ryan Ludwig. And it's the offensive job now. Get this ball club back into the ball game. Plenty of time, and they're putting a push on.
Gary, that last at bat is exactly the kind of at bat that they needed. Quality, professional approach, putting it in play. Now they're in a position maybe to tie this thing up early on. Well, good speed.
A swing line to left center. And that one is in. Chu gets driven home.
At the plate for the Cincinnati.
Well, that's 3 consecutive hits he's given up. He can't be out of gas yet. He just has to bear down and get somebody out. They don't want to go to the bullpen this early in the game.
Chance to drive in a run for Jay Bruce. Well, Steve, they've got plenty of time in this ball game, and what you got to do is peck away at that lead, and they are. Ludwig's on at first. Phillips on second. Swing and a line drive. And that's going to be another hit for them. And he scores. That is the tying run. And Ludwig scores as well. Cincinnati continuing their production. That's what that double's done for the win expectancy graph. And it's Frazier batting. What we're seeing here is just a great push. They've been able to jump out in front here in this ball game. You love to get the other team down early.
Well, at this point in the game, we've seen some very important run production to get on the board early.
And he checks his swing there, but it's in there for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Herron. Swing and a drive, deep left center. This one's going to be fielded by Span, and he gets a runner on his way to third.
Well, this ball is hit into the left center field gap, and the center fielder has priority over the left fielder. Good job taking charge. He called him off and made the play.
And we've got Cozart batting. 0 for 1 thus far. Line towards third and foul. Spotted by Suzuki. Swung on and fouled away. Swings, pops it up, right side of the infield. LaRoche. And that's out number 3. They pick up 4 hits in the inning, wind up with 4 crossing the plate. Cincinnati leading now. They have got the momentum.
The plate for the Washington Nationals.
And it's Denard Span.
Number 2.
And here's the first one. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Ludwig to field this one as he gets to it for the out.
Right fielder, number 28, Jason.
So with one down, let's watch Jason Worth. His 4th time around, he's gone 1 for 3 off Bailey. Here's the delivery. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. Bruce will field as he retreats back for it and gets the out.
Left fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
We've got Harper in the box. Ground out victim last time through. First pitch on the way. There's a ground ball. Cozart throws on to first. Side is retired. Well, that's one way to keep your pitch count down. They wrap that inning up with 3 pitches. Reds 4, Washington 3.